Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Sunday evening, so go over this portfolio model real quick here for you. Um, there also is some explanations right here on kind of what the person that may benefit from these or the trading style. So there's four accounts here, one, two, three, four, and no way did I mean for someone to allocate, 25% to each or use them all or anything like that. It's just to get some ideas for cover all types of traders from someone that only has $2,000 to use. So in an alternative, instead of using that $2,000 to buy an August 400 call, then I'll show you a safer way to do this, and over time make a lot better returns, or the probability is way higher. And then from someone that owns Apple shares, this can be done with shares or leaps too. I just chose leaps to kind of give an all-around feel for a lot of people, showing that ultimately, if money was not an object, you want to go shares. With that said, you can get a little bit more bang for your buck going with leaps. I wouldn't go really above this 250. Deeper the better. Buy 135s would be great, or 200s, but I wouldn't go too much above this because you're trying to replace stock is what you're trying to do. But I figured that this may appeal. It may be a good middle ground to show people that you can only, you're controlling 200, the equivalent to 200 shares for only $21,000. But this for the person that wants to doesn't really mind. This is using the highest open interest strike at the time. It just kind of like a computer model. It's just selling it and going from there. So you got to remember Apple was only 335 when it sold these 350s. So if it got to 350, you'd be ecstatic. How things happen, guess what? Apple got above 350, and now you're mad because you capped your gains at 350. That's how it works. You be happy because remember at the time we were dealing with the day that you sold it, and you sold these because you're willing to get rid of or have your gains capped at 350. This account right here is made. This is actually made to not have the stock go above these. You're supposed to sell as far out where the stock's not going to go. Every once in a while, you get proven wrong. Because I had this same. I'm personally using this one because I don't really have any desire to end up buying back these calls or getting rid of my stock or anything like that, and I end up having to buy these things back for a pretty penny on Friday. But sometimes you just get it wrong, and I don't think I've been this wrong on Apple. It was a strike above, but still, I don't think I've had to buy back calls in I don't know, a year plus. So, but that was a nice surprise. I'll take it. So I'm using this one. It's meant for you to not get your shares called away. Every so often you get it wrong. This one down here, it's to show a different way to kind of short-term trade, day trade type thing. These aren't really day trades, but it's to show buy 200 shares. It's a buy, right? You would buy 200 shares and then sell 2 contracts of at the money weekly calls. And so you're locking in $3.25 share gain immediately, no matter what happens. So that's the way I like to do your little short-term trades. I'm not trying to say Apple's going to get capped or that's as far as it's going. I don't care. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at locking in money every single week, and that's about it. And so have you seen, it's up $2,000 in a couple weeks here. So I'm not saying these are conservative strategies, not get rich quick, but over time they do pretty good. And the thing where like my investing, trading, these accounts come in, they really shine when Apple's flat to down. Like Apple could have so we put these on when Apple was at $322. Apple could have went all the way to 300, and guess what? Still made 11%. Who does that? Who has a stock lose $22 and you still make 11%? So that's where these really come in. If Apple skyrockets to 500, no, basically you should have just bought a 500, August call, and um, you would have been happy. So these aren't these massive, massive gains, but as you can see, they're not losing money, um, and they're solid gains. So for overtime, how this is set up, so I have the stock price when I made these trades. What was the stock price? This is when I first started these models and stuff, was right here. So some of these I wasn't exactly sure on the exact price. So I have that, and then if I took in a credit, and then the at-risk money, so is basically your max loss, and then the credit income, and then your profit and loss. This is going to be your realized. Like, I'm sure some people are confused on. This account doesn't have anything in it anymore. Everything was expired. You don't have to close them out. It just these expire and get removed from your account. So this is at $0 at risk right now. Coming down here, I'm sure this confuses some people. So this is going to be my realized column. I realized when I bought back these calls, I realized a $2,600 loss. But because it's my choice to not close these out either and take the gain, because I bought these at $107 and now they're $131. So I have a $24 gain sitting there unrealized. Well, it was just my choice to not, because I wanted to keep these on. I don't want, even if these were shares, I want to keep my shares, or I want to keep the leaps. So what I'm doing is a mix. I'm taking that. So this $2,400 or $24 times 2, so $4,800 is the unrealized gain sitting here, and then minus this is going to equal my 10%. So what I'm basing this off is a realized, unrealized versus this, versus your money at risk. Same thing down here. That's how I'm getting the 18%. So I have a $4,800 gain sitting here, minus 825 divided by 21,000 gives you that. So that's how those are. But yeah, into a lot of stuff, I don't pretend to be. That's why I do a lot of these, just kind of and show people too. A lot of these are these three. This one, this, you can combine these. What you would do is you just stagger them. Like, you just need one position here. Like, say you had 1,000 shares or 10 contracts. You can just kind of combine these accounts too. Sell at 350, sell at 355, sell at 360, sell at 365. You can do it that way too. So then you kind of, when Apple does run, at least you always get a piece of it. So I'm just showing sometimes this account right here, like if Apple would have only went to 350, well, this one would have had a higher return. If Apple went to 340, this one would have had the higher return, etc. So it just depends what happens. So it's good to have your calls in different spots too. But these, you can just make them one trade a month and you're good. You're just set for the month. So these are good set them and forget them type of trades.